Have you ever wondered what drives your moral judgment? How do you distinguish between right and wrong? Let me present you with one of the most famous moral dilemmas. A poor guy needs to buy medicine for his sick wife who would die without the medicine. Now imagine that he's your friend and he asks you to help him steal. Let us know your moral decision in this scenario in the comments. Lawrence Kohlberg explains how individuals perceive and make moral judgments. His theory proposes that moral development occurs in 6 stages, each building upon the previous one. Just like climbing stairs, we ascend from a basic understanding of right and wrong to a more sophisticated moral compass. Now let's check at which stage of moral development you are in the light of Kohlberg's theory. Stage 1. Obedience and punishment orientation, pre-conventional stage. At this stage, individuals' moral judgments are primarily driven by the fear of punishment. If you find yourself in this stage, you might consider the potential consequences of stealing and be hesitant to assist John due to the risk involved. Your action might involve refusing to help him, prioritizing personal safety and avoiding any potential legal consequences. Stage 2. Instrumental relativist orientation, pre-conventional stage. At this point, the main driving force behind moral decision-making continues to be self-interest. People prioritize actions that serve their own well-being or satisfy their personal requirements. If your moral development aligns with this stage, you may be tempted to assist John in stealing the medicine. You perceive it as a justifiable action to aid your friend, who has given consistent support during challenging times. You fear that not helping him could damage your friendship, potentially resulting in a lack of support from him in the future. Stage 3. Interpersonal concordance orientation, conventional stage. During this phase, people's moral judgments are influenced by societal norms and the longing for social acceptance. If your moral thinking is in line with this stage, you may consider the impact on your reputation, as helping him would go against the ethical standards of the community. Consequently, you choose not to help him in order to avoid being seen as someone who does not conform to the community's ethics. Stage 4. Law and order orientation, conventional stage. Valuing authority and maintaining social order becomes central at this stage. If your moral development reflects this stage, you'll think that nobody is above the law, and it is your social obligation to maintain law and not only deny to John for help, but also warn him that you will report him to police if he does this act. Stage 5. Social contract orientation, post-conventional stage. At this stage, individuals recognize the importance of individual rights and social agreements. They consider the broader ethical implications of their actions. If your moral thinking aligns with this stage, you will place emphasis on the need for systemic change. In the case of John, your priority is to ensure the well-being of his wife. However, you understand that if one person is permitted to steal, it could lead to a situation where everyone feels entitled to do so. Therefore, you consider the necessity of finding a long-term solution. As a result, you would likely help John raise this issue on a larger platform, such as social media, in order to increase awareness among the general public. This approach aims to prompt the authorities to act on this matter. The ultimate objective is not only to assist John in his immediate predicament, but also to prevent others from facing similar desperation when it comes to accessing essential medicine in the future. Stage 6. Universal ethical principles orientation, post-conventional stage. At the highest stage of moral reasoning, individuals are guided by universal ethical principles. They strive to approach problems with compassion, carefully weighing these moral principles. If you have reached this level, you would likely believe in the moral principle of not stealing. However, another moral principle comes into play, the right to live. You would consider the right to live as carrying greater weight than the principle of not stealing. Therefore, you would assist John in exploring all possible alternatives to acquire the medicine without resorting to theft. However, if no other solution is found, you would be willing to help him steal without concerning yourself with the consequences, social norms, or personal reputation. It should be emphasized that not all individuals attain the post-conventional stage of moral development, according to Kohlberg's theory. The theory proposes that people advance through these stages as they grow older and encounter various people and different moral dilemmas. This progression is not solely determined by age, and one's moral judgment can differ across different situations. Like and subscribe for more thought-provoking content.